I got to roast the Seahawks. I roasted the Steelers before my weekend at the Pittsburgh Improv last summer. John Schneider, the GM of the Hawks, is a buddy of mine, and I posted a video of it, which, by the way, Tomlin immediately was like, take that shit down. And because I guess they didn't want it to be out there. I roasted the guys pretty good. Russ was there at the time, and he was up front. I thought it was going to be just the rookies, like during the rookie talent show is what it was. Rookie camp. So they were like, come roast the rookies before, the way they.
Skits.
Yeah. And it was the whole team. Like, coaches, everybody. Russ and Fields are up front. I had a roast joke, so I get up there. I was like, first of all, I did. Russ, I didn't know you're going to be here, but man, I'm a Seattle guy. Thanks for the memories. And I'm just so glad that you're getting a fresh start here in Pittsburgh. They did you dirty in Denver, man. They did you dirty. I haven't seen someone get fucked that hard on tape since, unless it was being filmed at Diddy's house. And this is like shortly after all that was popping. And that was my first joke. And it got like split moans. Definitely got more laughs here than it did there, but it was like people were like not sure how to feel. Russ definitely like did a turnaround of like, whoa, like, and then he kind of was like, and then I got up and I gave him a dab and I was like, go Hawks. And then I kind of
they probably didn't know how to react in front of him.
Exactly. That's exactly
they
what it was.
wanted to die.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
They probably had a talk.
And then I started pointing to him after jokes. I'd be like, Russ laughed at that one. Everyone's cool, But so then I got to do it for the Hawks, and it was, and Tyler Lockett. It's crazy. Lockett, DK. I went down the line and just ripped everybody. And DK even at one point was, I was like, I'm going to go down the players. And I was like, where's DK Metcalf? And I was like, oh, shit, And then they're like, it's his birthday. I was like, oh, DK, happy birthday. Hey, what do you want for your birthday? He's like, no more jokes out of your fucking ass. And everybody was like, oh, shit. And then I just took a beat, and I was like, all right, well, strap in, motherfucker, because I got 20 locked and loaded. And everybody was like, oh, shit. And then I just hit him for a bit. I think one of the ones I did for Tyler Lockett was, I go, Tyler, you look, you're so young, you look like a grown-ass, 12-year-old. You look like if your player intro before the game, that it should be like, Tyler Lockett, wide receiver, Epstein Island, and that crushed everybody. That was like my good. And then I hit Jake Bobo a lot, one of our receivers. I think he's maybe in his third year now, and it said something about Jake Bobo being like a hidden gem, and I go, man, they're sure doing a good job of fucking hiding you, man. I don't think you've got one catch this year. And then I had a couple more hits off of Jake Bobo and how he looks like a deer hit with a tranquilizer gun when he runs, and then I made another hit on Bobo, and I was like, sorry, Jake, for you to catch a stray. I just want you to catch something this season. And he came up to me after and was like, that's what's up or whatever. But I don't know. It's so cool. Things like that made me even way more comfortable to like, fuck with you on the Phil show, and even just have a healthy understanding of like, oh, dude, athletes are people too, man.
Yeah.
Too many fans, and myself included, would see like the ESPYs and see them cut, when Norm Macdonald's up there doing jokes and RIP famously, and that's the one where I think of mostly because I think it's gotten a little cleaner since then, where they cut to an athlete. Even my boy Ken Griffey Jr., like I remember them cutting to him and him just being like, not wanting any, like, I think it was from a Norm Macdonald joke, and just not at all showing any sign of like, that was funny. And I was just like, oh, I guess athletes they take themselves too seriously.
Nah, it depends.
Case by case.
It's case by case.
And it's gotten way better because you're all just allowed and available to be out there more. So I think we get to know you more.
Because I think it's more intertwined now.
Yeah.
With social media and guys are allowed to show their emotion a little more now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's different. I think there's a better understanding. I think
would have been great if you just started crying right there. Can you cry on cue? How about this last movie you cried at?
Ooh, last movie I think Ghost.
Wow.
Ghost?
Yeah,
Ghost Dad or Ghost?
Ghost with fucking Patrick Swayze.
But great call. But have you seen Ghost Dad with Cosby?
Yeah, that's sad too.
It is sad.
It's sad.
Yeah, because you're like, man, those poor women have no idea. He's like, yeah, that's creepy if I'm a ghost when they drug you. It's not rape if I'm a ghost. You're like, wait, what? Is that actual dialogue from the movie Ghost?
Yeah.
But no, Ghost with, Ghost Dad.
With Swayze.
With Swayze. Unreal, dude.
I love a Swayze movie.
Swayze was unbelievable. Which, by the way, my wife just showed me Dirty Dancing.
Yeah. Don't put his baby in a corner, buddy.
Yo, great line, but also, he was like 37. She's like 18, right? It's like there's a pretty significant age gap.
Was he 37? He looked like a good 37 though. I had a MySpace.
Oh, I love MySpace.
Did the NFL how were they treating it at that time? Or
I wasn't.
No, you were in the league
yet. I was when I got to
you
the
were a
league.
Facebook baby.
I was a MySpace baby.
Yeah.
In like what, high school, and then you had to have an EDU to get to Facebook. I was during that transition, and I lived in the Bay Area, so I was right there.
Whoa.
And so, when I got to the league, I think I was like the first of like 3 dudes on Instagram in the locker room.
What were you posting?
Like pictures at like fucking
your meals,
a nice hotel or something.
I know
like,
nobody knew what to post yet.
Food.
Yeah.
And like it was crazy. And now it was so like to look back on it. I remember all the veterans, they all look at the younger dudes those times like, get off your fucking phone, kid. You know what I mean? You're always on your phone. And now you look into a locker room, the first thing every dude does when they get out of a meeting or they go right to their locker, right to their phone, and no one's like congregating to each other. Everyone's on their phone. It's just crazy how times have changed.
Does that affect the camaraderie, or is that just you find other ways to connect?
I think the camaraderie has changed according to because guys could be communicating, but they're communicating right next to each other through their phone on a group chat probably, or like a fucking Instagram share list. You know what I mean? Or like they're sharing stuff. It's just different. It's crazy.
When I met Gronk at the roast of Big Papi, you weren't there, were you?
I wasn't.
Okay, did you hear about that though?
No.
So this was. I dressed up. If you look up actually Adam Ray roast of Big Papi, some pictures might pop up. I dressed up in full makeup as this like 80-year-old comedian from New York, and like diehard Yankees fan. It was Big Papi though was being roasted. Yeah, there's
yeah, right there.
Pedroia was there. Gronk.
Oh, Petey, laser show.
Oh yeah, dude. I go. One of the jokes. I go. Dustin Pedroia's here. Dustin, obviously plays second base, but his most natural position is dancing next to a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. You short fuck.
I've seen that actually.
Anthony Mackie, Burr, Josh Wolf, Sarah Tiana, and Papi was lit, dude. He got slippery. But anyway, so I met Gronk, and Gronk that right before he goes out was like talking to me as if I was an old man, and then at some point I just go, because I was just trying to be in character. Because before we went and did that. We ran our jokes the night before at this comedy club called Laugh Boston. It was me, Bill Burr, Josh Wolf, Anthony Mackie, and Burr's like, so you're going to dress up like Babe Ruth or some shit? And I was like, just watch, Bill. It's going to be great. Next day, we're in the lobby getting ready to walk over to the House of Blues next to Fenway, and Bill's in the lobby. I was like, oh, it's perfect. I got to go test this out. So I walk up, I go, hey, Bill Burr, big fan. He goes, thanks, buddy. And kind of turns away. I was like, oh, shit, he doesn't know it's me. So then I go, hey, I just started watching your cartoon. If it's for family, it's pretty good. He goes, oh, thanks. I go, yeah, it's no Simpsons, I'll tell you that much. And he goes, what's that, bud? I go, yeah, I got a few notes for you. You got a few minutes? And he goes, buddy, fuck off. And I like in my face, and I go, Bill, it's Adam. And he goes, what? I go, it's Adam. He goes, holy fucking shit, dude. And he just couldn't take his eyes off me the rest of the night.
You're Bill.
And so then I went up to Gronk, and same thing was like, I was like, oh, Gronk, big fan, man, big fan. I go, yeah, if you're not doing anything, like maybe we go double team a Hooters waitress. And Gronk was like, yeah, rain check, man. And then I was like, Gronk, my name's Adam Ray. I'm like 35. And he was like, oh, shit, And then he comes out, he's like, hey, dude, can I run some jokes by you? And he had this joke that he wanted to run by me about titty fucking Josh Wolf's wife after shitting on her chest. Can you curse on the show? Is it too late to ask? All right.
No.
And this is just all bleeped. And so I was like, and I start. He goes, so I'm titty fucking Josh Wolf's wife, and I shoot her, and then titty fuck her. And I go, what's the joke? And he goes, well, that's what I need help with. I go, you know what, dude? Just say that verbatim, and you'll be golden. And he was like, it's funny, right? I go, it's something. And then he went out there, and I honestly did not. He opened with it, and it fucking bombed. But then also got laughs. But then he saved it by being just charismatic, swagger-filled Gronk. And he does his fucking. He just goes, "Fuck you guys! I thought that was funny." And everybody starts laughing, dude. And immediately won the room over.